You may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them. Try to be a rainbow in someone's cloud.
Gateway YWCA Women of Vision Award goes to a woman who is fighting the legal battle for people who can't afford to do it themselves.
Do not complain. Make every effort to change things you do not like. If you cannot make a change, then change the way you've been thinking. You may find a new solution.
So, can you tell me a little bit about the first time you met Beth? What was striking to you about who she was as an individual?
My first reaction was, man, this woman is amazing. Who is this woman?
I remember looking at her and thinking, oh, dear Lord, if I could just have a fraction of her energy and drive, I could take over the world.
So the first time I met Beth, it was actually her and Larry Hopkins. They were part of the welcoming committee. It was just basically one of those, my name is Beth Hopkins, I'm here to help, and let me help you be successful in what you're doing. Beth is one of those consummate natural mentors. Students are drawn to her. Faculty and staff are also drawn to her as well.
She's just honest, and she will tell you like it is, whether you want to hear it or not. And I really appreciated that.
And she was a person that invested quite a bit in our students and for life skills and character. That was a standard for us all. And she held us to that requirement. If we got out of line, she would pull you to the side and let you know. She was almost like a mom away from home for a lot of us as well. And I think that was something that she took great pride in.
My name is David Hopkins. I am the son of Beth and Larry Hopkins. It was very interesting growing up with my parents. You know, they're both strong-willed people, extremely determined, extremely intelligent, of course, and just people who really want to help others. So it was very much a household where giving back and putting others first was kind of at the top of the list for us.
She's always busy in the very best way and in a marvelous example that absolutely anything is possible.
Integrating, you know, the women's residence halls here on campus, that is significant history, and you can't learn that in a book.
If it hadn't been for her and the other few people in that first group, I don't know how we would have ever gotten, you know, over the hump and into being a more diverse and equitable, just place.
I'm sure it was not an easy time for her or any of her Black classmates. They went there to get an education, but they also went there to change things.
And just because Wake was behind this integration of the residence halls didn't necessarily mean that every Wake Forester was. She experienced some challenges and she experienced some ignorance. And so when you have the ability to both love a place and see it for some of its fallacies, and you're able to also make a much more subjective and objective decision as to what it needs to be doing, as opposed to just being totally subjective about it. And she imparted that, I think, to a lot of the students that she interacted with.
She was just involved with whatever that came her way or she could find to try and do her best to better humanity.
There's so many people in the United States who don't have access to legal work or legal representation. That is a huge problem in our country. And so I wanted to really start a very salient pro bono program. Well, here's Beth, who was a very successful attorney, and she instantly jumped on it and said, I'm your woman. And it was one of the best decisions I made as dean. She took this over and made it one of the most exemplary programs in the country.
I could just hear the excitement when I would talk to her about it, of all the great things that they were doing and how the students also seemed to be so excited and how she was able to motivate them.
When you are only learning in the classroom, it's doing a disservice not just to the student, but also to their future clients. Working with individuals like Beth and other professors who were able to take learning outside of the classroom by giving us an opportunity to experience the real world, and in the context of the law, prepares us that much more to be in the field.
She worked so well with the students fell in love with her, the faculty just respected her to the nth degree. She took this on and the program just flourished.
She has just given so much of herself to our community, but into Wake Forest in particular.
There are so many incredible firsts that she's been a part of here at Wake Forest. But I don't know if there's anyone else who could accomplish those firsts with the grace, with the determination, and with the integrity that Beth has exhibited.
She has all of the gifts that you need to be a very good lawyer, but she has the heart to go along with it and look for opportunities to enrich the people and the society around her. That is Pro Humanitate. That's Wake Forest. That is Beth Hopkins.
So students hear the names Herman Urey, Dolly McPherson, Maya Angelou, Larry Hopkins, Beth Hopkins. And they know, respectfully, that they owe these people something. Even if they've never met them, even if they've never seen a picture of them, they know those are the shoulders that they stand on. And I'm not just talking about underrepresented students, I'm talking about all students.
She has impacted so many students from so many different years, from so many different generations, and you really can't put it into words. And I just would say thank you for being that pillar of strength for so many of us.
She is so deserving, and I couldn't be happier that she is now going to be recognized for all of the things she has done for Wake Forest and Winston-Salem and all of her friends in her community.
Beth, congratulations. You deserved this award. You deserved it long ago, and I'm really appreciative for all you've given for Wake Forest.
Thank you for all that you have done for me, for people here on the campus of Wake Forest University, and the people here in Winston-Salem. You were and are a great human being, and we love you, and just thank you so much.
You've inspired so many different people, and this is, in my opinion, long overdue. You're so deserving of it. I'm so proud of you, and I love you.
You have influenced me in more ways than you could imagine. You have supported me when I didn't support myself. And you just have helped shape me into the attorney, the wife, and the mother that I am today. And for that, I love and thank you. Congratulations. This couldn't happen to a more deserving individual.